Hi, this is Bill Collier with TrumpRevolutionUSA.com, and you're on our Facebook page, The Trump Revolution. Now, let me tell you about this page. A few days ago, I decided with a group of friends that we would launch a small page so we could express our thoughts about what was happening with President Trump and his administration, ways that we could come together with other people and help to defend the agenda that we all believe in. And that agenda was laid out so clearly yesterday during the inauguration speech, which was absolutely fabulous, or it was huge. So we set the page up, and because I have a media company, we actually invested a little bit of money in doing a small promotion. And I mean small, micro small. This page started at 0 about 4 days ago, and as you can see, it is almost at 10,000 likes. I've had people ask, what can I do to get involved? And in response to that, we are looking at where do we go next with this, because this is bigger than we thought. It was just simply going to be a way for us to express what we thought. And we realized that a lot of people have the same idea and came here with that in mind. And so we want to help everybody that wants to stand up and fight for what we call the Trump Revolution, which I believe, and I think a lot of you do, is going to be as big or bigger than the Reagan Revolution. And I say this as someone who was in the Navy during the Cold War, and one of the most proud things in my life is that I served under Reagan, hunting Soviet submarines. And today I serve under Donald Trump as a private citizen, and we're fighting a subterranean or subsurface enemy as well, who hides behind the media, who hides behind causes and slogans, but who is just as deadly as the Soviet submarine and just as determined to end our way of life. And that's the enemy of progressivism. Not just any old kind of progressivism either. The kind of progressivism that really sees you and I as not being worthy of making our own decisions, and that has no problem demonizing us, attacking us, and I don't mean just verbally. We saw yesterday in D.C., and some of our members sent in some videos, and we saw a lot of pictures, which we're going to be collating and putting on our website, of the violence of this subsurface movement that is now surfacing and launching nuclear missiles on our freedom. We are going to resist that with might and main, as they used to say. And I need you to help. I don't know exactly how I need you to help yet, in the sense that we're coming up with ideas and plans, we're talking to people, and there are many possibilities. In fact, there are 3 big possibilities we're working on. We're not sure which one of those we're actually going to engage, but it is going to be big. And it is going to give you an opportunity to get up and do your part to fight to ensure that our revolution isn't stalled. We're not going to let the GOP globalists stall us. We're not going to let Democratic globalists stall us. We're not going to let the hard left stall us. We're sure not going to let Hollywood, who showed out in force today in D.C. and rallied hundreds of thousands of people against democracy. We're not going to allow them to set our agenda. And we're not going to let these foreign crowds that showed up in London and other cities around the world to protest our president, egged on by Americans who actually allied with foreigners to protest their own president, to say that Londoners should have a stronger voice than us poor, despicable deplorables. Well, enough of that. We're going to stand up, but we're going to stand up in a way that's independent of the Trump administration, so that we can do things as private people that maybe they can't do. and we can organize cyber activities like protest online, comment wars, creating Twitter trending topics, holding the media accountable, doing investigations, doing online sleuthing to find out what's really going on, but also organizing people to take action in their neighborhood or their state capital, and allowing people an opportunity to express their own opinions and to organize their own efforts, all in support of this self-same agenda. That's what this is about. We are not here for trolls or liberals or leftists. We will have a dialogue with them. We will engage them, and some of them are decent people that we can engage in a civil way, and we will. But this page and the website we're working on and some of the other things we're doing, they're going to be your home, where you can let down your hair, you can wear the old t-shirt that you wouldn't necessarily wear outside, and nobody's going to fault you for every little thing you say, and nobody's going to argue with you. You're going to get support and encouragement and inspiration from each other, not just to do what we think of in leadership, the things that we think are important, but really the things that you think are important and the things that actually matter to you. You know what's necessary, and you know what problems we really face because you deal with them every day. You work in factories, you work in fast food places, you work in insurance offices, you drive buses, you make cars. You are the deplorables that the elites, and I say elite in the worst possible way, people that really aren't elite as far as their character, but they're elite in terms of their self-importance. These people look down on us as rubes who don't know what we're doing, who don't know what we're talking about, when we can see right in front of us, right is right and wrong is wrong. You have ideas, you have your own agendas, and we don't really want to tell you what that should be, but rather we want to say within the framework of Donald Trump's agenda, which we all back and support, your ideas matter, your vision matters. So folks, you're going to have to be the judge of where we go and what we do. And we're going to be sharing some more things with you because we're in talks with potential supporters, sponsors, and others that might help us, or that we might merge this into, that will allow us to build a large cyber, kind of cyber army that is capable of acting online and that is capable of acting in the street whenever needed. Obviously, our methodologies will be loyal, will be legal, ethical, and morally upstanding. We recognize that the other side is not bound by those rules, but we also recognize that the other side not being bound by those rules is the reason why 2008 is going to be such an awesome year for us, because the Democrats are probably going to lose another 500 seats around the country of offices they once held, as people turn away in utter contempt and disgust for their party machine. So your comments are welcome, your support, your encouragement is welcome, of course, and your ideas. Go to TrumpRevolutionUSA.com, sign up on our email list. I'm going to let you know up front, if some of the things that are being looked at happen, you will be on a different email list, possibly with a different name. I'll let you know about that, but it's all the same thing. We are gathering people that are willing to volunteer and get involved in defending the Trump agenda and advancing it against all enemies, foreign and especially domestic, because Lord knows we have a lot of those. Thank you all for watching. Those who watch live, we didn't give you a notice because we're actually sort of testing our system here. And those who watch the video in replay, thank you all for watching. I ask you to share, I ask you to like, and I ask you to invite your friends to our page. You've been fabulous so far. Literally going from nowhere to almost 10,000 people on this page is really awesome. And the cool thing about it is almost every single one of them are followers of the page as well, so they will be getting our updates. Our reach for this page is fabulous, thanks to the fact that everybody's following and a lot of people are liking and sharing as well. So we appreciate all of that. God bless all of you, and God bless America, and God bless our President, Donald J. Trump.